Well, it's an exciting time of year, to say the least. You know, you work all season long, and really before the season, when you think about putting this team together and the schedule and the practices, the summer workouts, and you work for March. And now you're here, you get a chance to play in the NCAA Tournament. It's something I don't take lightly or take for granted, and I sure hope our players don't, because playing the NCAA Tournament, it's the best form of competition in the world to me. And the biggest thing now for us is focus on the preparation and have no regrets with what you do. So you have to compete, you have to play at the highest level, but this is why you come to Duke. This is why I think our guys wanted to come back to have this opportunity to make a run.
Screen set by Filipowski, backs out to midcourt, lobs it to Stewart, inside to Flip. Beautiful ball movement, and a two-hand stuff. Clark fed it back up top, deflected by Roach and taken away. Now Flip will lead the break. A bounce pass ahead for Mitchell, soaring in for two more. 12.5 minutes to play until the break. Here's a steal by Flip. Stewart has it ahead for Proctor. Got by Madsen to punch it home with the right hand. Roach off of a screen set by Flip. How about a three? Big time! Cameron in a frenzy. Roach drives the right side. Got by George. Found Blake's up top Flip. Another three. You bet! Now a handoff for Reeves. Off of a screen set by Claude. Roach there, took it away. Picked his pocket. 2-on-2. Jeremy on the drive. Blocked. It came to Young. Off the window and down. And Duke has the lead.
I think the biggest strength of this team and the asset that we have is we have a core group returning from last year that had a taste of it. And it's a tournament unlike any other. So when you get a chance to play in it, you play great one game, you get knocked back the other, you remember that. And you have to take those experiences and put it to good use. But I know this group is a group that's always responded. They've responded really well to adversity. You know, our regular season didn't end the way that we wanted it to, or the ACC tournament. And our guys have acknowledged that. They've worked at it. And being able to use that in the right way, I think is the motivation that we may have needed to be ready to be at our best for the tournament.
Flip on the drive, spins on Shefflin, took the contact, counted! And a chance for three!
The biggest thing that I've learned through the years playing in the NCAA tournament, coaching in it, is you can't wait to work yourself into the tournament. And look, we're playing where we're one of the last games of the tournament, so we get a chance to watch and get a feel, but you can't wait. You have to start off playing defense, attacking, talking, having energy, no matter what. And every possession is so valuable, but especially the way that you start, it's such a key for this tournament.
Yo, what up, Duke fans? It's Jeremy Roach. Super excited for this March Madness tournament. Finding out where we'll end up going, the opponent we're playing. Super excited to make this run. It was just a blessing to watch it with the team. A lot of ups and downs this season, but all the hard work and the summer work, the preseason work, the wins and losses from this year that we've learned from, it all comes down to this. And definitely doubling down on our morals and all that good stuff. So thank you, and go Duke.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. They say Coke Zero is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
you can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Real steel. Find yours.
I need to try it first.
Duke Basketball 360, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Pass out there for NC State, stolen by Filipowski up top. One-on-one with Middlebrook, scoop it up, got the roll! Flip it, takeover mode, and Duke has the lead 26-24.
Well, Flip has been, just a game changer for us, and the way that he competed, and performed in the NC State game in different moments, especially down the close of the season. I've said it before, but there's nobody like him in the country. His size, the combination of his size and skill, and then his competitiveness. When he's come out, I'll use the Virginia game as an example. When he comes out that way, he changes the whole dynamic of our team. NC State, he almost willed us to a win. He has 28 and 14. Their whole defense is set up to stop him. He was just terrific, and we need him to be that way. And then obviously we need everybody to do the same thing. Well, we started the Virginia game great, and Flip was a big reason why. His ability to fight for the rim and then play, make, and score from there was huge for us. Here's another example of it: playing through contact, attacking the basket, and then his shooting always is better when he starts fighting off for the rim. And I love seeing him smile. I love seeing him share emotion with his teammates. Here he is running the floor and just driving downhill. And then what Flip does when he's one of the most lethal players in the country from pick and roll, and that's an example of it right there. We always talk about running through passes, and for him to get some easy baskets off of steals is an important thing for us. He came out at the start of the second half against Carolina and really got us right back in the game. And it starts from him pushing and his aggressiveness, attacking the basket. Here he cuts it to 5. And then the pick and pop. Baycott doesn't close onto him, and he needs to shoot those shots with confidence. Here's another great drive, attacking the basket, and playing off of 2 feet, using his footwork, shot faking. He's just a really creative scorer, and that's another example there. And then we call that playing through the pocket. And there he plays through the pocket great and has a great touch over the top. And then here, he has a knack for hitting clutch shots. We needed a 3. He comes up with a big play to cut it to 6. And then the mark of a true competitor is doing it on both ends. And Flip, blocking Baycott's shot and protecting the rim is great. we didn't have a great flow early in this first half, and Flip really just got us some easy points attacking the basket. You know, you saw the dunk there. Again, creating from defense to offense, anticipating passing lanes. And then our guards did a good job hitting him inside. And he didn't settle. He continued to make his moves strong through contact, and then just stuck with it. Mark makes a great pass. Flip had a mismatch in the post, and just fighting for the rim. And we talked about getting three-point plays, and Flip came through for us. This is another great play. We cut it to 2 late here. We just couldn't get over the hump to get one more stop or one more steal, but his effort was tremendous and gave us an opportunity to win.
How the end of the season went last year with winning the ACC, but losing in the first weekend, it's just just knowing that there's not many opportunities left, and you got to make the most of them. Just really got to embrace it, be all in with each other. That's really the most important thing, just playing for each other, knowing that you got to put it on the line with one another, because it can be gone just like that, and you can look back and regret some things, but we don't want to be that team. We want to go to Phoenix. We've had those ambitions since the beginning of the season. So still, we got a good shot in that. We put ourselves in a good enough position, and there's no excuses moving forward for that.
I think I would just tell the guys just to cherish the moments, and obviously not in like a sentimental way, but just on the court. Every time we get to play, just appreciate it. And I think if we do that, we'll go all out for it. And I think at times with our team this season, I think we've just expected things to come, and I remember last year just how sudden it ended, and obviously it was a little different path, just how sudden it was. But I think if we just cherish what we have in each and every day and win each and every day going forward, I think we do something special.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
When you're injured, you should not be ignored by the insurance company.
We know the amount seems low, but this is what your case is worth.
Just click here.
We understand you can't work. Click the bottom. You want more.
Call a law firm that will fight for the justice you deserve.
You weren't gonna click that, were you?
Tell them you mean business. Call the law offices of James Scott Farron on the Hurt Line right now.
Duke's New Century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics, where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists, where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory, where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
Well, the brotherhood, it's one of the most amazing parts of it is being able to interact with former players. And I think the freshman class could tell you now, after going through a season, it's harder than they ever expected. It's more demanding than they ever expected. And the ups are great, but the downs are really tough too. And you only get to experience that if you've played in this program. And so the bond that they share, the ability to connect and reach out to somebody that's been through it before, is really what's made our program special. And you think about the great success we've had, the great success has come from handling great adversity. And that's the thing that is not alive and well right now in the era that we're in. When you think about sports and the youth, and as they're coming through, you expect it to be smooth sailing sometimes or instant success. It's really not that way. You go through a lot together, and you go through a lot individually. And for us to have such a strong former group of players, to support them, to be there for them, to tell them when they're messing up, that's a huge privilege that all of our guys have.
When we went to Chicago in the summer, being able to talk to Quinn Cook was like, he's so cool. Like, that's he was also my coach for K Academy. So like, he's just a super cool dude. Like, he's an NBA player. A lot of expectations can come with that when you meet NBA players. And he just was like super cool. He gave me his number, said if I need him for anything, he got me. So I think that's probably been the biggest one.
I think this summer, being able to spend some time with Jason Tatum at his camp and him coming back. Obviously, I don't talk too much. I think just seeing how cool and personable he was. You know, you'd never know he was making $200 million, but just the time he spent with us, how cool he was, the little tips and tricks he'd give us. He was super cool, man. That's cool to see from someone who's had that much success, but always remembers where they came from and the roots. And he knows he's always rooting for us and our success.
Tatum obviously is like one of the biggest voices for the Brotherhood. So being from Boston and seeing him grow there, you know, he's our guy. We all have love for him, and getting to meet him this summer a couple times was like the coolest experience. And he actually came and played pickup with us, and he told me a lot of things. I think if I learned something from him, it would be more of my mindset rather than my game. You know, he's always saying like, be super confident, hunt your shot, and just be ready and bring energy. And I think that's something that like I've kind of carried with myself since he's told me that.
I think seeing D live playing is really cool. We obviously lived together last year and stuff like that, but you know, just his whole journey that he went through here, and you know, getting hurt early and then having to come back, being the #1 recruit coming in, is just really special to see him performing against the best of the best. You know, just played the Lakers last night and had a great game. So it's just cool seeing him, you know, matching up against these big time athletes and you know, just sticking all the work that he's put in.
You know, all of them are doing pretty well. You know, obviously I played with a couple of them in my long tenure at Duke, apparently. You know, obviously really close with A.J. Griffin. But, you know, I guess one guy that I kind of looked up to being from New Jersey was Kyrie Irving. You know, seeing what he does, it's kind of magical, what he does with his dribbling skills and his ability to finish around the rim, his shooting. I think, you know, that's really special.
I really like Kyrie Irving and Austin Rivers. Those are probably my two. I don't think Austin plays anymore, but yeah, Kyrie, I would say. I mean, his creativity with the ball, you know, he can pretty much do everything offense, and his defense is pretty solid. So, I mean, he's just a great player. Somewhere I can hopefully model my game after a little bit, take some stuff from him.
Someone I met early on was Quinn Cook. When I was here, I think I was in 5th or 6th grade. He might not remember even, but he was a camp counselor for the summer Coach K camp. And he would come to my games and he would watch me hoop, him and Josh Harrison too. And, you know, just, you know, having that love from a young age really inspired me to want to come here because, you know, I saw how, you know, these guys stuck around, how much they cared about the game and just being around young kids, seeing how much they love to stay around and be around campus and stick around the program was really inspiring because if, you know, they're doing that, it says something about the program, I think.
Grant Hill, that's my guy. That's been my guy since before I was born. So being from Orlando, he was playing there, obviously, when I was born. And they lived there. My dad moved there after he was done playing. And, you know, our families immediately had a relationship since, you know, both parents in the NBA. And from then on, we've just been great friends living in the same neighborhood. You know, then he took me to my first Duke game when I was around 9 years old. And that's when I fell in love with Duke, and it was my dream to come here since then.
I've loved seeing him grow and evolve over the years. A kid from Florida chasing his dreams. The 2023-24 Iron Devil winner is Sean Stewart. Congrats, Sean, and best wishes on the rest of the season, fellas. I'll be watching, and the brotherhood is behind you all the way.
You know, he still finds it crazy that I'm now playing where he was playing since, you know, he's watched me grow. But he's really happy for me, and he's here a lot. He loves coming to say what's up, and he gives me a lot of great advice, and it's great having him around, and I couldn't be more grateful.
I think you can learn a little bit from everyone, and everybody has a unique experience at Duke. I think nobody in the league, playing overseas, or even in the real world, the job world, I guess, has had the same experience at Duke. I think everybody has really liked it, but no one's experience was the same. Everybody has their unique experience that they offer. So it's fun to learn when they come back and speak to us, but also fun to watch them in the league and doing their thing.
The buzzer beater, that moment when time stands still. Our collective breath held as the ball hovers above the rim. But almost a third of those shots were set up by a passer who made the smart choice. Throwing an assist takes trust, IQ, and total confidence in your decision. And the greatest one? My pass to Leitner in '92 wasn't too bad. Continental, the smart choice in tires.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? Everyone agrees on the best team in smart home security. CPI.
Follow your team wherever they take you. With over 30 hotel brands, Marriott Bonvoy has a brand for every kind of fan.
We still believe in the American dream.
A dream filled with promise.
A dream filled with commitment to our neighbors and our communities.
Where we work hard and succeed together.
Where we take care of those who serve for us.
SRS delivers with integrity and purpose.
Through the fastest growing family of independents in the country.
Company by company.
Person by person.
Rooftop by rooftop.
SRS Distribution delivers more than building products. SRS delivers dreams.
Chance to get a little bit closer, down by 4. McCain curling into the paint. Back up top, Roach a 3. Got it! It's down to 1, 43-42. Proctor off of a screen set by Filipowski for Mitchell on the right. Looking into the right corner, steps back from 3, and Mitchell knocks it down. His second of the night, he's got 16. 64-57, 5 minutes to go in DC.
Well, the team was disappointed after the last 2 games we played. There's no question about it. They weren't happy with how we played. They weren't happy with, having an early exit in the ACC tournament. And so disappointment, is really the best word I can use to describe it. And we had to flip the page quickly of turning the disappointment into action. And that action is practicing the best that we can. And then the preparation then leads to great excitement to play in the NCAA tournament. And like I said earlier, I'll never take this opportunity for granted. I want to make sure our guys understood that. This is an amazing opportunity that we have, and we should all be so excited to go into this together. Bottom line, the 2 losses we had, and you lose to 2 tournament teams. Carolina, it's had a terrific year. NC State, they made one of the great runs ever in the ACC tournament. But in both those games, we did not have the fight that's required in order to win those games. There's a competitive spirit that for the most part this group has had through 2 years, and we didn't have it for whatever reason in those 2 games. And so for us, that's been the focus. Not about X and O's, not about shooting mechanics or ball handling. It's been about the competitive fire that we need to collectively have. And it would be one thing if we didn't show it or if we didn't have it at times, but we have had it. And so for us, it's been getting back to work, attacking every single day in practice, and really competing at the highest level.
Zubek looking at the floor. 3 bounces, eyes the basket, up, off the back of the rim, and the rebound down to Hayward. Tries to hook his way around. The shot is up, it is no good. The Blue Devils have won the national championship. Mission accomplished. The Duke Blue Devils have won the 2010 NCAA National Basketball Championship. The trophy now resides in Durham. How sweet it is!
Well, I've always been somebody, when you think about March Madness, I've always been somebody that just playing or coaching that just loves to compete. And it's the highest level of competition because it's one and done. It's one game. It's not best of 7. It's not a round robin. It's not a series. It's one game. And so the desperation that you feel and that your opponent feels, that's why when the ball's on the floor, you have to beat somebody else to get it that badly wants to win. That badly, it may be their last game they're ever playing in college. It may be, you can go through all the examples, but the tournament, there's nothing like playing in games that matter. And when you're playing the tournament, you have one game that matters, and you have to pour everything you have onto the court. You have to play with great heart, great competitiveness, and then if you're fortunate enough to win, if you do that, then again, you have to do the same thing, and it gets tougher the next game as the tournament wears on.